So this my client called me and told me she wanted small chops for her friends. She wanted to gift it to her friends, and she specifically told me what the content of the sauce should contain. Oh boy, I knew I was in for it. So this is the breakdown from the beginning to the packaging. Hey people, welcome to my vlog. My name is Susan. So I started by making my small chops jacket or skin or wrap. I wasn't having any mix, any small chops mix, any small chop jackets mix around. So I had to make it from scratch. So to my bowl I just added flour, corn flour, salt, sugar, and then I stirred them up well together. Now I have a detailed video of how I make my small chops jackets or wraps or skin, and I'll leave the link up here and also in the description box beneath this video. Then I went in with my oil, my vegetable oil, and then I mixed that in well together before I started adding my water little by little till I get the consistency I wanted. This particular order was placed around 12 noon and I was supposed to deliver at 4 p.m. so I had to rush through all the process. Now the order contained samosa and spring roll, and then puff puff and sauced chicken. That was what the order contained, and she wanted about 4 packs of it, like 4 different portions of it, small little platters. So after I made that, I just showed you my puff puff mix. I already have that already, and I went in with my protein, my chicken and my beef, and I spiced it, added my spices, and I allowed it to boil. I allowed it to steam on low heat first to produce water, its own liquid, before I added water. And that's just how this meat went in. And this meat had chicken and beef in it because she said she wanted a sauce to be a beef sauce. Rather, she wanted it to be a beef sauce both for the samosa and spring roll. So I blended in my pepper. I blended it rough. I was going to use this pepper for 3 things. I was going to use it for my sauced chicken. I was going to use it for my puff puff. I wanted very spicy puff puff, and then I was going to use it for the samosa and spring roll sauce. So I prepped my veggies, my cabbage. Now for this sauce, she specifically said she wanted cabbage, she wanted carrots, she wanted beef in the sauce, and then spring onion, of course, and green pepper. That's all she said she wanted in the sauce. So I had to stick strictly to our sauce content, even though that was not what I usually use for my sauce. So for my cash, since it was practically the same sauce for both, she requested for the same sauce for both samosa and spring roll, I just did the veggies together and did the sauce together. So this is me prepping my carrots. I prepped the carrots, I removed the skin, and then I scraped off the skin, then went in to grate it like this using my grater into tiny shreds, long shreds like this. For my cabbage and my carrots, I'm doing a ratio 60-40. If you watched my meat pie sauce video, you know the reason why I'm doing this. Then once I was through with that, I went in to prep my spring onion and my green bell pepper. I'm just going to slice and or dice this into reasonable cubes. So if you're just watching my video today for the first time, I want to say welcome to Sussy's vlog. This is where I share all things DIY, crafts, lifestyle, you just name it. And please, I want you to subscribe to support me. I want to grow. I want this channel to grow. Please now support me. Hit the notification bell so that I'll be notified of all my videos I share every week. And to my OGs, reason why I can do shakara small, thank you all so much for your support. It means a lot to me. Now to all my new subscribers, just leave me in the comment section that hi, I'm a new subscriber, and I will leave you a virtual hug in my next video. So my proteins were ready. I went to fry the chicken, and then once I was through the chicken, for the beef I diced it into little cubes. So I was ready to prep my chicken sauce. I divided my roughly blended pepper into three. So the first part of it, I added tomato paste into it and stirred it well. Now, preparing the sauce, I added little vegetable oil to my pan. I added my green spring onions and then my red bell pepper. Now for the sauce for my chicken, I added the pepper and the tomato mix into my pan and I'm frying it. I'm doing two fryings automatically at the same time. So this is how I made my sauce. I'm not going to go into details about it. It's self-explanatory. I added my spice and all that. Then to this my chicken sauce, I added my chicken into it after the pepper and the tomato paste are well fried, so that to take out that sour taste from the paste. I added my chicken and allowed this cook on medium heat for few minutes, and I removed this from heat. Back to my sauce, I added my carrots and my garbage, and that was just it. It was very, very simple. Then I went to make my samosa jacket. I have a detailed video of how this was made. I'll leave that in the description box beneath this video, so please check it out. So this particular jacket, I made 500 gram for my small chops batter, 500 gram, and this gave me 45 pieces. That is, the jacket or the small chop skin or wrap gave me 45 pieces. Now for my puff puff, I added my puff puff mix. There is a video on that too. I added my puff puff mix, added my egg, and then mixed that well, then added water little by little. Now you want your puff puff batter not to be too watery. If not, it's going to soak in oil. I don't want it to be too thick. If it's too thick, it's not going to have that smooth skin. It's going to look more like buns. So you want to strike a balance between a kind of thick consistency and a kind of light consistency. So you don't want it too watery or too thick. So once I was through, as usual, I poured my sauce into a strainer or a basket to drain out the oil. Then I went to do my samosa, to fill my samosa and spring roll, to prep them. Please don't forget to check the description box for links to all these videos. So when I was through with my my puff puff, I left it to prove. This was before I started prepping my samosa and spring roll. Now the quantity of samosa I was in for this particular order wasn't much. It was just about, I think, not up to 10. Why the spring roll were much, so just sticking to our request. And this is the size of my spring roll. This is how it looks like. I place it in my palm so that I can see the size. If your spring roll is bigger than this, my dear, you're making fish roll. You're making fish roll, or a I don't know how to call it. Should I call it a tortilla wrap? If it's bigger than this, it's not. It's small chops for a reason. So once I was through with that, I went to fry in already hot oil. I fried it. Now see how well fried it is. You want it to be golden brown. I'm using this particular cane, what I use when I'm prepping, doing client's order. So I fried it, remove it from oil to strain out the oil in it. So for my puff puff, I added my pepper. I allowed it to cook before adding my pepper. I don't do the mistake of adding your pepper, or if you are doing coconut puff puff, don't add the coconut shreds into it when it's not yet proof. Leave your puff puff to proof first before adding anything you want to add. Even when you are making mosa, plantain mosa, please. So I added my pepper, stirred them in together, then went in to start frying my puff puff. Look at how beautiful these are. So beautiful. Hey, God. They said that when a lizard fall from Iroko tree, she first praise himself. If nobody praises him. So look at how beautiful my puff puff. My puff puff gave me 67 pieces, and this is just from 250 gram of puff puff mix. So once I was through, this is just me prepping prepping one of the packs. I had 4 packs of this going out to our friends, so this was just me prepping. I added wax paper to it and started adding the content. This is basically what I did here. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Now for my small chop skin, instead of doing my regular 6 to 7 inches, I mean for the wrap, I did 5 inches. So that was the premium tip I was leaving to the end of the video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I wish to see you in my next video. Thank you so much for your support. See you next time. Bye bye.